All right, let's talk about something that's weirdly familiar to a lot of us. You know that feeling when things are going great, like really great, and then boom, we somehow find a way to mess it all up. What is that about? Let's dive in.
Seriously, think about it for a second. Your relationship is finally deepening. That huge project at work, you're crushing it. Everything just feels like it's clicking into place. And then, what happens? Out of nowhere, you pick a fight over nothing. You totally blow an easy deadline. Or you just suddenly get sick. It makes absolutely no sense, right?
You know, it's so easy to just blame this on bad luck. Or even worse, to start thinking, what's wrong with me? Am I just broken? But what if I told you it's not random at all? It's not bad luck. It's actually a very specific psychological thing happening just under the surface.
And that's the big idea here. Right off the bat, you are not broken. You are not unlucky. You're just hitting a ceiling. An invisible ceiling you probably didn't even know existed. But the good news is, this whole experience is so common, it actually has a name. And even better, it has an explanation.
Okay, so let's put a name to this thing. The concept we're going to unpack is called the upper limit problem. And the easiest way to think about it is like you have an internal thermostat, but for joy.
This term was coined by a psychologist named Hendricks, and his theory is this. We all have this unconscious ceiling on how much success, how much love, how much happiness we really let ourselves experience. It's like a set point, just like the thermostat on your wall that controls the temperature.
So imagine this. Things in your life start to get really good. The temperature of your happiness and success starts to rise. And once it gets above that preset limit, your mind doesn't throw a party. Nope, it panics. It actually registers this new, unfamiliar level of feeling good as a potential threat.
And what does your brain do when it panics? It does everything it can to cool things down, right? It tries to pull that temperature right back down to a level that feels more familiar. And the crazy part is, for a lot of us, that familiar level is a state of struggle, or what you could call a familiar suffering. It's what our brain knows how to handle.
So you might be asking, where did I even get this thermostat setting? Well, it was calibrated way back in your early childhood, long before you were even aware of it. As a kid, you were just absorbing the emotional rules of your home, of your environment, subconsciously asking questions like, how much joy is actually allowed here? Is it really safe to be this happy or this successful? Those little survival strategies from back then, well, they've become our limiting beliefs today. Okay, so what are these limiting beliefs? Hendricks points to 4 big ones. 4 core beliefs that are usually the culprits setting our internal joy thermostats way, way too low. Let's go through them and just see if any of these feel a little familiar. First, there's the belief that you are fundamentally flawed in some way, that you just don't deserve good things. Second is this weird sense of disloyalty, like if you become more successful than your family or friends, you're somehow betraying them. Third is that classic waiting for the other shoe to drop fear, the idea that great happiness is just a setup for an even bigger disaster. And finally, there's the fear that if you really shine and show your full potential, you'll be too much for people and they'll reject you. And here's the really tricky part. This self-sabotage is sneaky. It almost never shows up and says, "Hi, I'm here to ruin your good day." Instead, it disguises itself. It might show up as this sudden, intense worry that comes out of nowhere, but only when things are going well. Or it looks like minimization. You know, you get this huge win, a major accomplishment, and you immediately downplay it, saying, "Oh, it was nothing," or "I just got lucky." Okay, so that's the diagnosis. We get the problem. The big question is, what do we do about it? How do we actually go in and manually reset that thermostat? Well, the good news is there's a clear 3-step process for expanding our capacity for joy.
Okay, step 1 is all about catching the timing. You have to notice that this urge to create drama or problems, it only shows up when things are going great. Ask yourself, wait a minute, did something bad just happen or did something good just happen? Step 2, identify the belief. Try to name which one of those 4 fears is running the show. Just putting a name to it takes away so much of its power. And then step 3, and this is the hardest part, you have to stay with it. Stay with that uncomfortable feeling. You know that anxiety you feel? It's often just excitement without the breath. So breathe right into it. Don't invent a crisis. Just sit with that discomfort of expansion until your nervous system finally learns, oh, okay, this new level, this is safe now.
So the ultimate shift, the thing that really locks in this change for good, is moving your mindset from one of deserving to one of allowing. And this is a really, really powerful reframe.
Let's really break this down because it's so important. Thinking in terms of deserving is like putting yourself on trial. It's a courtroom argument about your past, where you have to prove you've earned this happiness. It's all about asking, have I done enough? And it keeps you defending your old limits. But allowing, that's totally different. Allowing is about the present moment. It's an open door right in front of you. And the only question is, will I accept this? Will I let this good thing in? It's not about earning. It's about choosing to expand right now.
And this is the most empowering part of all. The environment that set your thermostat in the first place, it's gone. You are no longer that kid who had to adapt to survive in that specific world. As an adult, right now, you have the power to make new choices. You can manually reset that thermostat every single day.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Think back to the last time you kind of sabotaged yourself, picked a fight, felt that wave of anxiety, messed something up. Now ask yourself, what was the good thing that happened right before that? Because just seeing that pattern, just naming it, that's the first and most powerful step to finally breaking it.